Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a get ready with me talk through, and I hope that you guys are ready for me being a little rusty because it's been a while since I've done one of these. So just go ahead and give it a thumbs up after you watch the video if you like it. But if you guys want to see how I went ahead and achieved this look, go ahead and keep on watching.
It's beaming, my skin is gleaming, the way it shine, I know you seen it.
Okay, so we are going to start off with the eyebrows. I always usually start with my eyebrows already on, but I thought I'd just do them on camera today just to show you guys how I'm still doing them and stuff. So I'm still using Anastasia Beverly Hills for my eyebrows, and even though I went lighter on my hair, I'm still using the Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. So we're just gonna go ahead and dip into it. I'm using an Aesthetica angled brush that I received in my I believe it was my BoxyCharm, and the reason I'm using this one is because I can't find my original one that I've been using forever. I washed all my brushes and now it's missing, so I don't know where it went. But let's just zoom in a little bit into my eyebrows. So I start mid, like, I don't know if you guys saw, not mid arch because this is your arch, but I started like mid brow and then I just go over the arch and then go downward. I try to not put that much product up here in the front. So I'm going to film this get ready with me. Baby. So the baby is now in here with me, so never mind. I just really been really, obviously I've been really busy with the baby. With you, I've been busy with you. So I've been really busy with him. I get really distracted like with anything that has to do with him. Like I stay on my phone recording him like I'm obsessed, and I kind of knew I was gonna be obsessed with him, but I didn't think the obsession is like this real. Like you literally don't want to miss a second. But I know that's just like right now because they're babies, but I love being a mom. It's like something I did kind of expect, but not really how I expected it to be. So I also sorry, I can't apparently I can't talk and do my eyebrows at the same time. So then dude, he cracks me up. He's just staring at me with his bottle upside down like it's empty, but he has a leg in his mouth. So okay, so as I was saying, yeah, I'm done with my eyebrows. I look so ugly with just eyebrows. So I don't have nothing on my face, and I'm not going to put any primer on my face because I'm just going to take this makeup right off after I'm done filming. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the foundation. And the foundation that I've been using lately, I mean, it looks really chunky, but whatever. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into foundation. I've been using the Meli Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer in Creamy Vanilla, which is a shade 1. So like this. So we're gonna go ahead and I just apply my foundation with a kabuki brush. It's like a really firm brush, and it's from Royal and Langnickel complexion. Oh yeah, so it's for complexion. So it's the BMD 185. I honestly don't regret I stopped using a beauty blender or any kind of beauty sponge to apply my foundation, and I don't regret it because honestly I feel like I get all my product on my face versus like it disappearing into the sponge. Even though they say that sponges don't absorb it, I don't think that's true. So I'm gonna go ahead, I just washed them so they're like all shedding a little bit. It was about time that I washed like my personal brushes. He's so stupid. So it might seem a little bit white on camera, but if you guys can tell, it matches my neck, and that's kind of what I go for, because during summertime, even though I don't spray tan, or even though I'm not out in the sun that much, during summertime I was still darker, and this was the shade that I was using, and you guys can just tell by looking at them, like there's a difference. So yeah, so this is the LA girl one, and this one's like in a darker tan shade. I need to get back on my makeup game. Like I need to get back updated with like what foundations are out right now. So I hear more good things about drugstore foundations than I hear about high-end foundations. And honestly, I've had nothing but good experience with drugstore foundations. The only one that I had a bad experience with was the Infallible L'Oreal, and that was the Pro Matte one. I think this is why I like the Milani one, because even though it's very clay-like and matte, it still doesn't feel too matte for my liking. So that's why I kind of always go back to it. Okay, so then now I'm just gonna go in with my concealer, and I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade, I thought you guys turned off, in the shade Ivory. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply that on my under eye. Hold up, let it go. So yeah, so I just used this beauty blender, and I spray some Morphe, whatever. I use the continuous setting mist, and I just spray it over here because the baby's right there, and I just kind of spray it on the tip of this Real Techniques sponge. And I do my under eyes still with a sponge, of course, because this is a very gentle spot on your face, like very sensitive, and you don't want to be pouncing in with the brush. You could do it with a blender. I mean, you could do it with a brush after you're setting it with powder, but that's very different, because with the powder it's just like you're laying like light feathery like pats, and for concealer you have to, like, you know, pack it in if you want like a seamless under eye. So now that I have my concealer pressed in, I went on my phone, so I look downward, so it's not seamless like it was supposed to be. Whatever, I'm not going nowhere. So anywho, so as I was saying, forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I have a lot of catching up to do with makeup. I need to not so much palettes. I think I'm gonna chill on the palettes, like unless one, like the James Charles one for example, I just had to get that one. So like for example, like those kind of palettes, like yeah, I'll jump on them, but I just kind of feel like all the palettes are the same nowadays. I don't really feel like none of them like blow my mind anymore. When I still follow all these makeup accounts. I now have my personal account and my makeup account. So on my makeup account I follow all the makeup like beauty influencers and stuff, and I see what they're bringing out, and honestly there's only a few things that I'm like, oh, okay, like I should have got that, or I should get this, but there is no more, like, I don't know, like I'm not going crazy no more like I used to for every palette that was coming out. And honestly, I'm happy that I got out of that, because you don't need to have 1,000 palettes, you don't need to have 1,000 highlights, because you know I have a lot of highlights, I have a lot of palettes, and I still go back to the same thing. I still go back to the same ones. So the way I did my vanity this time was I went to IKEA, and the funny thing is that I went to IKEA like I think it was like a week before the baby was born. We went to IKEA and we picked up like a bedroom, like a bed set, a new bed frame, a dresser, a new table, dining table. And then I was like, we initially went just for my vanity desk, because I know the one I wanted was like the small one, like the big, there's bigger versions of this, but I got like the half size one because I was so tired of my big old desk. Like there was the more space I had, the more shit I would put on it. So I just needed something little where I could just put my brushes on display, and I wanted it to measure up to my vanity, and it has. So and what I'm working with now until we move on to a 2-bedroom, because we were supposed to move out to a 2-bedroom, but the reason we didn't was because, as always for me, things don't go as planned. So instead of moving out in July to a 2-bedroom, we just renewed our lease here. And I was like, you know what, I don't feel like moving again. And then in July I was so pregnant, I was like, I don't feel like moving again just to another apartment, just to want to rent or buy a house later on. Like, let's just stay here as long as we can. It's a nice apartment. Like, a baby's not gonna take up that much space. I was wrong. So now that we see how much space the baby's taking, we need to get a 2-bedroom. And then once we get that 2-bedroom, it's definitely going to be his room. And then I'm going to make like half his room, and then either half his room, half my beauty room, or I'm just gonna make our bedroom into our beauty room. Because honestly, at this point, I'm just like, Caesar has the living room to himself. He's always in there, you know, whatever, watching football or playing his video game. So it's like, I can make my bedroom into my beauty room. I don't care no more. Marriage life, you know. Was his is mine's, and was mine's is mine's. So right now I'm just contouring. I'm still doing it with the hula, and I'm just doing like simple contour shades on the sides of my nose, which sometimes when I do it with this brush, sometimes it comes out really nice, and then sometimes it comes out really horrible. So right now I'm gonna have to fix something for it to look nice, but I'm hoping it's not making it look worse. So yeah, and then I'm still using, I say still, so if you're new to my channel, I'm sorry. So what I'm using pretty much for contour is this Cheek Parade palette from Benefit Cosmetics, and inside they have the 3 blushes, California, Rockateur, Dandelion. I think this palette's pretty old. I don't know if they even brought out a new one, because honestly I don't follow them anymore, but as you can tell, I need new ones. I have Hula and Hula Light, and those are the 2 that I used mixed for my contour. And yes, I already ordered a new one from Morphe because I am running out on contour, and I'm sad. But if I don't find another one that is least, like, not so expensive as the Hula, I'm most likely gonna go back to the Hula because it lasts me a long time anyways. So yeah, I know that by the time you guys are watching this one, I have already updated you guys on what it's like now to be a mommy. But now let's talk about what it's like to be a mommy and trying to balance this whole YouTube thing. So at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was having, and I'm sure like it happens to everybody, I was having extreme doubts about if I even wanted to continue doing YouTube. And that's why I barely filmed while I was pregnant, because I was like, am I even gonna do it like after I have the baby? Like, you know, like, am I even gonna want to keep up with it? And honestly, that wasn't even a question that I was honestly answering for myself. Like, I was answering it based off of like what I thought motherhood was gonna be like, you know what I mean? So eventually, once I got the hang of, okay, this is his routine, this is the fussiest he's gonna get, you know, things like that, I was just like, of course I can still do YouTube. It's not even that big of a hassle. You just have to find the right timing. Like, for example, when he takes a nap, I can't just sit down and take a break, when if I know I want to film, then film, you know? So yeah, I'm still gonna do YouTube. I'm still going to try. I might not upload as much of, like, how would you say, like, before I used to like upload videos of looks that I was like, oh, I'm just gonna create this look and I'm gonna upload it. And it's been a long time. If you've been following me since the beginning, then you know it's been a long time, and I'm going to try to get back on track with the whole looks thing. But honestly, if my channel takes a lean towards like everyday freaking vlogs and then some looks here and there and challenges, then that's what I want to do. If it leans more towards only looks, no vlogging, no challenges, then that's also what I'm going to be happy with. Because as long as I'm giving you guys what you guys like, and then I'm not letting go of I'm not letting myself get lost pretty much in this whole, like, you know, a lot of people, I see it happen a lot, like when people become parents, they kind of just lose themselves. And I don't want to do that, because I know that I want to be able to offer, like, for example, me vlogging the baby to me is like such a, like, how do you say, like a a happy feeling for me. It's like it makes me feel happy because I know that later on he's gonna be able to go onto my channel, if YouTube still exists, hopefully it does, and he's gonna be able to find, and even though I have those videos saved in my camera and my computer, he'll be able to go back to my videos and be like, wow, mom, you used to make videos, like, wow, like, he'll be able to go back and see himself as a baby, you know. And it's just like little things like that. But anyways, I'm going to pretty much try and film, and then as I film, it'll probably take me like a week to edit with the time that I have, you know, juggling the baby and stuff. And then I'm also back in school. I'm trying to finish school because I don't want to be doing school forever. I want to eventually start working. So yeah, so we're doing school. I'm staying home full time with the baby, you know, just fun stuff. So this whole YouTube thing, it's not something, honestly, it's not something I can let go of. Like, it's a really, even if it's just a hobby, call it a hobby, I don't care. It's something that I really enjoy, and I don't want to let it go just yet. So since I'm still waiting on the James Charles palette, I'm going to be dipping into the Jaclyn Hill palette today, only because it has the colors that I want in there. So I'm going to be doing, I don't know what to do. Oh my god, I gotta go and look for inspiration because I just froze. Okay, so I'm going to do like a brown smoky eye with like a mauve lid, and I'm going to be doing like a shimmery lid. So I'm also going to be using the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill bling boss palette. So it's like one of the four of her 4 collections. And yeah, so it has like these little shades, pretty shades. And I'm going to be grabbing the brown colors from her big Jaclyn Hill palette, which is like these. I'm gonna show you guys, like, I would say like these right here. Okay, but of course I'll be showing you guys throughout which ones I use. So we're gonna go ahead and start by starting the how do you say, like, I forgot all of my makeup terminology, just saying. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this one. Let's see. So I'm just gonna keep going in with that shade until I repeatedly build the color. And this is just like the first shade. We're still gonna go in with more browns. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with this tapered Morphe brush M330. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with this shade right over here. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the lid shade, and I'm going to go in with, for the bottom first lid shade that I'm gonna do, it's gonna be Hush Hush from the Bling Boss palette, which is, I'm just gonna point at it right there. And then I'm gonna go in with a more flatter defined brush so I can get the product right on the lid. So I'm gonna go in with this Urban Decay Naked brush that comes with the palettes. So I'm gonna go with this end. Girl, it's not you, it's me. I gotta figure out what I need. Now I'm gonna spray this side, and I'm going to get the shimmery shade, which is called Bling Bling. So I start in the center of the lid, and then I work my way inward. So hopefully you guys can see. I don't know, these shades kind of suck. So I'm gonna try to go in with my finger and use my camera turned off while I was doing the shimmery shade, and I was just literally about to go in and do it with my finger so I can show you guys that these shadows kind of suck, and the shimmery shades are better applied when when you do it with your finger. Right now I'm just going to go in with the brush and get it up a little bit higher, because you don't want to do it with your finger too high, because then you kind of create a mess. Okay, there. I just don't want the liner to hide it, because I did went ahead and put a wing liner. So yeah, so this is what the finished eye will look like. And then how you gonna I have to hurry up because my camera is on 30%. I think it's time for a new battery, honestly, because this camera be tripping. Okay, so I have a tip. Obviously everybody must know this tip already by now, but if you don't know, I'm just gonna say it. If you struggle with doing your eyeliner and you know for certain you're always gonna mess up, you can always do your eyes first and then your face, because doing your eyes first allows you to clean up your eyeliner with concealer at the end. So I'm not a professional at doing wings, but I do try and get them like as perfect as I can, and right now I think they're okay. Be careful when applying your mascara that you're not gonna get it onto your shadow, because oh my goodness. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the inner eyeliner, inner eye eyeliner. I always put some on the top lid, so I'm just gonna grab it and I'm just going to to make it look like fuller and more like solid liner. I'm filming good. Don't mind this little chunga. When all you think about. So let me introduce you. Do you have your makeup on?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just gonna introduce her now, because I'm thinking about doing some challenges with her, where it's like sister does my makeup or I do her makeup, or we switch makeup routines or something fun, or I do her makeup with my toes.
What?
I'm just kidding. That's stupid. That's what Jenny 69 is.
Oh heck no. Especially your toes.
They're short and stubby, so I don't.
So she won't get anything. But the makeup routine one sounds fun. No, sounds cool.
Ew! Stop.
Okay. Bye. See you later.
Yeah. So her name is
Cassandra.
Kana.
A.K. Kana. Stay tuned for my YouTube channel in July.
Why July?
Cause by then I'll probably have like a stable job and I'm gonna
cut.
Smart.
I know.
See, she's a creative one right here, okay? A lot of subscribes, a lot of likes, okay?
This is the loud one.
You can see here, look it up. Look up. Beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put my eyelashes on. Bye. And we're going to. That's my little sister. She's like the youngest. Well, she's not like, she is the youngest girl. So I have an older sister, Myra, and then that little changa. Glue. Oh, which the eyelash glue that I'm using is Duo, the black one. So now it's like a really thin brush, so I used it as a brush to put some on, and I'm gonna let it get dry a little bit on my eyeliner, and I'm just gonna stick the lash on there. If eyelashes are just not your thing, hey, they're just not your thing, okay? Don't sweat it. So now I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more contour. So you guys can be able to see it, you know? I really want to try the Kylie blushes that she just brought out, because I just seen Karen use them in one of her videos and I was like, oh, that's like the perfect blush for me. I used to have like the lightest pink blush when I was in high school, and I loved blush, like before I found out about contour and bronzer and all that. I was just like a pan, like a mazapan with blush. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the bottom lashes. So now I'm just gonna smudge the liner. And then I'm still using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette, and I got it signed. Yes, I did. I was supposed to do a vlog out of that, but I didn't. I'm just gonna put highlight right there. So I already went ahead and did the highlight on this side, on my nose, and in my inner corner. I don't know if you guys can even tell the difference, so annoying. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the left side now. Okay, and then we're going to get the inner corner highlight. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the lips. And for the lips, I'm going to go in with an oldie but a goldie for moi, which is the NYX Lingerie in the shade Corset. And the reason I'm going to go in with that shade is because it is honestly one of my favorite go-tos for like that taupey like look. Okay, still outline my lips. I still overline them a little bit. I don't care. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead. Let's put a little bit of lip liner on. I do my bottom lip first. And I use the applicator to kind of blend in the color with the lip liner. And then I still go in after. There we go. So yeah, this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you guys can see it, and this lighting is not too, you know, too much like shadowing. I feel like it's too. So next tutorial for sure, I'm just gonna stop being a lazy ass, go to the garage, get my natural light boxes, and this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. I know it's been a very long time since I've done one. I am a little rusty, I'm sure you guys can tell, but yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bought a crib